Hello, I got something to say, people. First of all, shout out. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your engagement on social media. It means the world to me. You've been following me for so many years. I don't think I say thank you enough. Also, I don't even remember the last time I said, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. And someone's like, you've been doing this for a year. You have no subscribers. So please make sure you do that. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. And today, our guest Inês is coming here from Germany, and it is her first podcast. So let's give her a shout out. Woo, woo. Inês, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's really, really cool being here.
I am so happy for you. I'm so excited that I'm your first podcast. So I want to get right into it, and I want to tell them a little bit about you. Does that sound good?
That sounds perfect. Let's do it.
Enos is a mentor for gifted, highly sensitive people, and I never heard this word, multipotentialities. Is that right? Multi
Multi-potentialites. Renaissance people.
Renaissance.
Generalists.
Multi-potentialites. Oh my goodness, I'll say it 3 times. Multi-potentialites. Multi-potential. I told you it's gonna be
No, you
long.
got it. You've got it. You can stop now.
Oh my goodness, among many other things. Her mission is to call to those who feel lost and show them the amazing possibilities that they don't even dream they have, and help them find their people, so that also they can find their purpose in life and pursue it unapologetically. I love that. I love that, Nina. That's great. Oh my God, we're going to have fun today. All right. So we workshop this a bit. And the one thing you want to tell women around the world and men that support us, you are not too much and you're not alone. Why'd you pick that, Venus?
I picked that because that has been not only a struggle, my own struggle, but also the struggle of virtually all the clients that I have, all my clients and all my friends. I'm moving in the area of multi-potentialites, highly sensitive people, and highly gifted people, and it is always it has for these people been always a little bit of tightrope walk between being too much, feeling they are too much, and then again, not enough because they don't feel their place in the world and they feel alone. And they don't find, I mean, statistically, that's kind of uh, more or less obvious that they don't find that many people as they are, like they are. But these feelings are difficult to live with. The thing is, as soon as they find their people, when they know where to find their people, and when they find them, then everything changes. And women who feel like they are too much, that people don't follow, that people don't get them, if they can actually find those who do, and if men who support them can make space for that, then they will not feel alone anymore. And when we are not alone, we can do anything, or at least that has been my experience.
So I think
Long
women,
answer.
I think women, first of all, so true. But I think women, I can only speak for myself, but a lot of my friends and clients, we can be stubborn, thinking we can do this on our own
Yeah,
and not reaching out for help when we need it. No, no,
absolutely.
no. I should do this. I should do this. I should do this. And I don't know why. I don't know why.
To be honest, I think that it is because we have had the experience, many of us, that we are too much. We think about this. If you are from, I don't know, birth, seriously, the person in the room that reads others the quickest, that is able to steer conflicts or calm down conflicts, that are the one who picks up on energies, who knows things that others don't, right? And then you see everyone going at the wrong solution for the situations, you start thinking that you are, and you start feeling, not thinking, you start feeling that you are the most capable person in the room to handle things. And this is not an arrogance thing. It's not an arrogance mechanism. It makes you lonely, because if you are the most capable person in a room, or if you feel like you are, then it falls to you, because usually these people are also sensitive and they want to do good by others. It falls to you to solve problems. So why would you ask for help if you learn this all your life? If this is your experience since you are a small one, then where would you ask for help? Where even? I keep on finding this in clients of mine.
You just described
I
my
don't
life.
even know how to. Sorry, go ahead.
Just described my life.
See?
I mean, why don't they see this? It's right in front of your eyes.
Exactly,
This is
exactly.
the way out. This is what we gotta do. Are you kidding me? Like, come on, peeps. But what
Yeah.
I did, and believe me, I fell into it. I ended up becoming an entrepreneur, and then I was able to lead and found, all right, now I got my calling, because I can lead the company in the way I truly believe it should be led.
hmm I absolutely agree. Many of my clients, if they aren't entrepreneurs, they are entrepreneurs in budding. So basically, they should be. But one thing that I see happening as well, and this is a trap that comes from the same place, that the taking care of everyone comes from, which is wanting to do everything at the beginning, at least, going
Yeah.
like, I'm the most I'm again, it's subconscious, right? I am the most capable person in the room, so I need to be the one. It's my baby, it's my business, so I'm the one who needs to do, or at least control that the thing is being done properly. And this is a trap, because you get into burnout. However, if you start recognizing that you're not only the most capable, or you know in person in the room, but that you can actually trust your intuition and trust your superpowers, your sensitivity, the way you read energies. Because many highly gifted people are very they try to be very cognitive, very cerebral, going like, oh, if I cannot show this logically, then it has no value. But if they trust their intuition, they actually might be able to lead without burning out, because they can trust their quick,
Yeah.
quick understanding. So it's a trap, but it's avoidable. And it comes from the same place that it comes from, I don't know, mothers who are in burnout because they're taking care of everything, the kids, the family, the home, the work, the everything else. It's the same origin.
So was this you? Can you relate to this?
Of course, I relate to all of this.
Just saying.
I relate. I do. It took me. It really took me. It took me a while to get there. I mean, I'm over 40, so it was a long way. But what you were saying about being able to lead, being able go into entrepreneurship and being able to lead for many years, I thought I wasn't going to be able to do that
Mm,
because I didn't have everything else under control. It was only when I went like, I'm looking at control in the wrong way here, that I could actually do the jump. And of course, I found my purpose, which helped a lot.
mm.
Many of these people of our people have trouble finding their purpose because they like so many things, and they like, I need to, how can I choose one?
Yeah.
Um, so it was when I started trusting really my insights, and trusting my brain, and trusting not the brain, not cognitively only, but the emotions, the processing of all the stimuli that came in, that I actually realized, this is awesome. I don't need to burn out. I can just do my thing without trying to explain everything
Uh,
to everyone, and keeping everything under control, which doesn't work anyway. So that was the
you
breakthrough.
know, my mission has always been to spread joy. And when I
Mm,
first started my company years and years and years ago, I realized very quickly that I was going to surround myself with people that I thought were better at that area than me.
Mhm.
And
Wise.
I was really, I think I think it was one of the rare people I knew at the time that could let go of control. Like I didn't have that. I really could. Where a lot of my other entrepreneurial friends was like, no, because they felt. And for
Mhm.
me, my mission being I wanted to create joy within myself and others, that wasn't creating joy. And so I really did have the most amazing people, the most amazing team, and I really did trust them. And I gave them a lot of rope. It was personally that I wouldn't ask for help. Like business wise, I was
Okay.
great at that. Like not great, but I really did. I was like, wait a minute. No, I'm good at this. They're way better at that. I felt really comfortable and my business did really well for that. But I felt like it was a sign of weakness if personally
Mhm.
I asked for help from friends or family.
It is not first of all, the fact that your mission is to spread joy basically saves you from, I'll say, everything bad in the world. Just, I'll just go.
It really does. It does.
It does, because one thing that I've learned, and when I learned this not that long ago, and I was flabbergasted. I was like, "How? Wow!" Is that joy has a higher vibration in terms of emotion than love, than gratitude, than all the things that joy is up there. It's number one. It's on the top. And so basically, you're safe. You're you're done. You don't need to do anything else.
I
Um,
knew it.
it's awesome. But one thing that I notice often is that, um, while things come, how to put this, while mechanisms that we repeat in our lives usually come from the same, they don't come from very different sources. They come from a couple, if any, sometimes just from one. Um, we do have we do wear our masks. We do and interiorize our masks often deeper than they should go. Being one of them the professional, and another one the personal. For example, it depends then how many masks you have put on. I remember, for example, being very good at letting my kids, in my role as a mother, letting my kids be self-sufficient and develop their own, emotional mechanisms. I am really, really good at that. And it was, I don't know, my son is now 9. I realized it when he was 7 years after that. I realized I'm not doing this for anyone else. I'm doing this for my kid, and I'm taking responsibility for the feelings of everybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, and I was hitting my head going like, are you crazy? Are you blind? And and I look at these things. So it's not always, we do wear our masks. We do incorporate our masks more than we should, much more than we should.
Well, you just gave me a piece of the puzzle. For me, my mission has always been to spread joy. So I always have taken time to reset myself, probably more than others, to find pure joy amongst chaos or whatever, which has been my secret sauce. It actually is one of my speaking engagements. I say, joy is my competitive edge. Joy is your competitive edge. And when somebody says, why were you successful in business? And, they want to write down my profit and loss sheet and how I planned it out. I'm like, nah, it really was joy. Yeah. And then I took action. But I think I know now the reason I don't reach out for help as much as I should, even to this day, is because I'm supposed to be the joy girl, right? If my mission is to spread joy and I'm pure joy, and people count on me for that, you see where I'm going? Like, I
Yeah.
can't. And what I do, and I have, Enos, because that is what has become expected of me and what I've shown, even some of my close friends are like, Mayday, Mayday, we don't know what to do with this. No, 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 no. And it doesn't allow me to show all the sides, which I've been working on recently. And I don't know if any of this is going to sound a little bit out there, but recently I fell, I hurt my hip, I'm doing great. But I went to get a deep tissue massage. This is
Mhm,
crazy. And I haven't, I can't believe I'm telling it on my podcast, but I think there's something to it. And the woman also does energy work. She was a healer.
mhm,
She's like, "Do you mind?" I'm like, "I'm all about it. Like, you tell me." So she was saying energy wise that most people she's seen in the last, 10 or 15 years have about at any given time the most 200 people that are tapped into their energy.
mhm.
Okay, I don't know. I haven't heard this before, so maybe you know. And she said that she's never seen anything like this. And she sat down and said, "You have over 3,000." I go, "Okay." And she said, "No, you got to unplug. Your cup has to fill up. You have over 1,000 on one of these hips." I'm like, "Cool, tell them to go away."
Give me the scissors. I'll do it myself right now.
But as much as I know it can sound, I really am open minded to everything. And I know what it's, she was saying is that at some point you have nothing to give. You have to receive from others and find those people that can give.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
out there, and find your tribe. So it can be give, receive. Maybe you're the one that gives over here in some areas, but you have to find those that are able to not just take. I don't know. That's my takeaway. What do you think?
It's even no, it is that, and it goes a little bit further even, because you don't even need, well, it is important to have someone who will give you what you need. But the first thing that you need is someone who mirrors you properly, because you have in yourself, you are a source of love. My God, you're a source of joy. But if you don't have adequate mirrors, if the mirrors that you have are crooked, if they don't see you properly, if they are not the right ones, then you cannot even get back the joy that you emit, or the
Okay.
love.
Forget all the other questions, forget all the other points. We'll have to bring you on. I've never heard anyone say this. So I know it's a shorter podcast, but this is fascinating to me. Look at you on your first podcast out. I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, sort of. So break it down. I have to find people that mirror me.
That mirror you. And mirroring you means, let's go back a little bit. Maybe it's better to go with an analogy. We talk a lot about mirroring the feelings of children when they are very small and they are having those tantrums, and we should give them space and let them have their feelings, and then we mirror those feelings back to them as feelings. We have to identify them as adults, and we have to value them, right? So we are giving them back the feelings so that they can feel them. It is a little bit like this. If you, as we need mirrors all our lives. If I am a person and I am an adult, well, I am a person, but if I am an adult and I am right now in a very in an let's say I'm in an extreme rage. Let's take a bad one, an extreme rage because of, I don't know, the political situation somewhere. And
No, couldn't be that.
okay, well, too close to home. In any case, very up
God.
to date. Well, you have it, I have it. It's fine.
Yeah,
But
not fine,
let's
but okay.
if I am like this, and I go to and I talk to someone, and I need to vent. I need to put this out, and the person looks at me and goes like, "Why are you feeling like that? Everything's fine." You
I
you
want to punch him.
oh, go ahead.
I said I want to punch him. No,
Yeah, you want to, of course, and you should
if I
well,
can.
not legally, but if you can do it in a way that nobody catches you.
Yeah,
But I shouldn't say this on a podcast. In any case,
yeah, I do.
um, if you don't get that feeling mirrored, what are you going to do with it? What is it going to turn into? It's going to turn in something that you put in a box, hide, don't look at it again,
Oh,
You see where I'm getting with
yeah,
this.
you
So
have to be able to have people that you can have show all different emotions and not them just tell you, what are you doing?"
you need to have people who get you,
Yeah.
because if you don't have this mirroring, you're going like, what am I, what kind of thing am I don't understand my feelings, I don't know, they are wrong, I don't know what's happening. and and you lose yourself and you start trying to get feelings, trying to feel feelings which are not your own, just to get mirrors, because we see us in mirrors. It's the only way of seeing ourselves. And seeing ourselves is the only way to actually get to know ourselves. And getting to know ourselves is, the way to integrate what we are. So,
Oh my goodness, there's a lot to unpack there. All right, so I want to make sure the viewers and the listeners out there are getting this because I always want to make sure that I'm breaking it down enough because they're like, Sandy, you try to pack too much in, and they'd rather have like 1 to 3 big takeaways. So the people that you attract in your life, you want to have people, can I say it, that validate you, that you are saying something and they're able to truly, or is it not, like understand
I don't
how.
like the word validation, because you can very quickly think that those are people who say yes, yes. That's not
Okay.
what it's. They nah. I think the
All right,
best.
let's do a little bit of role playing then. Oh my
Let's
gosh, I can't believe it. Da, 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 da. You won't believe what's going on in the US. These people are la 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 la, and I'm like going off. What do you say to me?
tell me more. Explain it to me, and we start a discussion about. I will challenge you, and we will talk about this. Yes, I am validating your feelings by engaging.
But you're not just yesing me. I
No,
okay.
no, that is something that my people they will not take it. They will see right through that. No, no.
Okay. Yes, and they should. So when I think of somebody validating me, it's in a good way. I'm thinking oh my God, they heard me. They get me. They're listening to me.
Yeah. This is valid. They have an interest in this. It's not
Okay.
just, humbug to them.
All right. So I can understand a little bit more now what mirroring is. Now, the biggest question we have, which we got from a lot of people, is how do you go about finding these people? Because so many people are like, okay, cool, cool, cool. I gotta find my peeps. Things are changing fast. I want to be surrounded by these peeps. I don't know if I have that many in my life. Where do I find them?
Yeah. That is that is a question that is actually that for most people has a rather, that's not simple, but it's surprising answer. And the first thing is, um, throw away the playbook of how you find friends. Forget everything about, status, what they did, education level. Forget it.
Out
And
the
start
door.
just, we can be talking. I can be a university teacher and I can be best friends with a hairdresser. Actually, I am. I am. And just throw everything away and look for the things. You'll have to find which things are the ones that get you in resonance. What are the feelings that you have around certain people? Do you feel engaged? This is the
Mm,
first one, because that one is relatively easy to identify.
okay.
Does the person follow, in the sense that does the person takes you seriously? Like when you say something that is important to you, does the person answer with a question, or does the person show interest, or they go like, oh well, whatever, and disengage?
Let's get back to me now.
For example, back to me now, or you don't need to overthink things that much. Life is just like that. It's unfair. I mean, we all know that, right? So And those are the people, those are the ones who are not engaging. Those are the ones who are not interested. You need someone who is actually interested.
Okay.
And that one is easy to find. And yes, just throw
It is? That one's easy to find? Okay.
no, to identify, I'm sorry.
Identify. Okay.
Identify. But the thing is, once you start looking for the right things, looking for these things instead of thinking, I don't know, why would I be? I am a mother of two children. Will now be best friends with a 25-year-old. What's the point in it? Forget that. Just throw away the playbooks. Throw away everything that society tells you about friendships and relationships. Yeah,
Okay.
that helps a lot.
I like that. Is there a magic number or it doesn't matter? Somebody wrote in, how many of these people do I have to have in?
You don't need many. That's actually a good question. You don't
Woo!
need many.
You had a great question. Woo!
No, you don't, because that's something that people go and like, oh, good Lord, no, I can't find 10 people. Like, you don't need 10. If you have, look, if you are gifted, highly sensitive, if you have three, you're lucky, to be honest. That's not, yeah. But then again, but those three are enough. You don't need many. I mean, of course, if you're an extrovert, you might need a couple more, but then you will probably find more.
Yeah, yeah. Does my dog count?
Yes. Does the dog engage? Absolutely. So yes, it counts.
Yeah. And I'm an extreme extrovert. So I come from an event just now and my energy just keeps going up, 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 up,
Yeah.
up. Working
Yeah.
from home does not do well for me, Enos.
That is awesome. You will find many people like this. Yeah, just, look for the right things.
Okay. So I want to make sure I just get one other question in here because we're going to have to wrap up soon. And it's very similar to this. And because we were talking about throw away your playbook, experiment with, change and, what you bring to the table. And, I love the fact that you said you're not too much and you're not alone. But in all this, there are many women who still feel like they have those people in their life. They called it that, have their back. I don't know if it's the same thing.
It depends how you define
Yeah.
it, I guess.
Yeah. But they still feel as if they're surrounded by people that are family or friends because of either living with them or relatives or school things that they have no choice in that
Yes.
it drains them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how do you handle that?
Well, I don't know if I should say this in public, but
Yes, you should. You should.
I okay, then I'll tell you what I tell my clients. Look, recognize your energy levels
Okay.
and really, if you don't feel like it, just think of yourself like a slimy eel.
Okay.
Um, you go take your kid to kindergarten. I get this a lot from clients. Like, oh God, I got 15 minutes of small talk and I'm dying. I just want to kill myself.
Yeah.
Just go quickly. Just get in, get out. Say something like, "Oh, we have to talk," and you're gone.
Yeah.
Be nice, smile, but stay like 30 seconds and you're gone.
Yeah.
Don't give it's like the slimy eel. They are trying to, but we should. Yes, of course we should. Bye. We'll do it. We'll do it. And there you go. Because this is a way of keeping your social capital more or less stable without calling much attention to the fact that you don't want to talk to them because that's
I
no
understand. Yeah.
you get it. You're all smileys and everything, but for a very short time and you're out. And then you choose the people with whom you want to interact. For example, when I started here, when I came to Germany, one thing that I did was to be a kid's sports teacher because that gave me connections,
Ah,
authority in the village, and I didn't need to interact with many people except for the kids for 1 hour a week, which I actually liked. But this was a way of building social capital without draining myself.
Mm.
And apart from that, I was like, "Hi, bye." Yes, when there were things that needed to be done, like
Ah,
family gatherings, I would be there, but I would usually be in the kitchen helping, not outside talking. You see, find the loopholes.
I like the loophole.
The loopholes are awesome. I used to say, if you don't know what to say, just tell them, "Oh gosh, I forgot, and I have ice cream in the oven. I really have to run." Just
Oh my, I have ice cream in the oven. All
if you
right.
say it fast enough, they won't get it.
Ice cream. No, I truly believe when we do these things, we have more to give to so many more people.
Yeah.
We really do. And I think for me, when I was thinking about what do I hold on to that I still catch myself doing things, it's guilt. And that is not a quality I like having, but I know there are still times I'm not doing it because I'm choosing to do it, that I feel guilty for doing it. And I'm trying to get less and less of that. And when I do, then I have more joy for other people, you know? So
For
many.
those who actually can amplify it. One thing that I've learned very, very in the hard way was that, well, guilt is anyway a very unuseful
Yes, very.
um, in any situation. It
No
doesn't it doesn't
benefits.
really it's only for society to keep us in line, but apart from that, that's all it does. But what I learned, and this was hard, was that I am responsible for myself and my feelings and everything about myself, my feelings, my actions, my principles, my everything about myself. I am responsible for the mental, physical, and emotional health of my children, and I am not responsible for anybody else's anything. Their feelings, their actions, their I'm not I shine my light and they can have it. They can bathe in it, but I'm not responsible for anything that they do with it. Of course I have ethical principles, of course I am careful, but
Yes.
if I do something from a place of love, ethics, whatever you want to call it, and someone feels bad about it or interprets it, it's not my responsibility.
Mm.
And when you start looking at things like this, there is an added weight because suddenly you are responsible for your own feelings, which is hard.
Mm. Yeah.
But then again, what others do is their own.
I like that. I like that.
I like that too.
It makes me feel joy thinking of that. And I'm okay being responsible for my own feelings. All right, so here's the deal. We're going to recap just a little bit because it was a lot to take in, which I'm so glad on a subject we have not touched on. I want to make sure, and you just jump in when you go, no, San, you know, sort of on the wrong track. The most important thing is to realize, I'm just going to recap what you said at the beginning, that you're not too much and that there are people out there that are like you and to find them and that you're not alone.
Yeah.
And it's most important thing is that even if you have one or two, that's great. You know, three would be freaking awesome.
Yeah, if you go to 5, you're you're golden. You won't have time
Oh,
for all of them.
right. And limit like a slimy eel the amount of time with the other people. Be polite, be nice, but you don't have to stay there and engage for 45 or 50 minutes.
Yeah,
You know, just
absolutely.
politely excuse yourself so you don't drain your energy. Also, I just want to go back to what you said as far as find people that mirror you. And can you say that one more time? The only way we get to know ourselves is by others mirroring us?
By others mirroring us properly, by having the right mirrors. It's a difference between a normal mirror and a crooked one. You don't want the crooked ones, you want the plain ones. The ones that give you your image as is.
Okay, I'm gonna work on that for a little bit, maybe for the entire month. I'm gonna work on that.
But it's an important it's an important thing. It's
Right.
we think about it for children, but it's not. It's for adults as well.
Yeah, it's so true. What's that book about? Everything you ever need to know, you learned in kindergarten. I don't know if you ever heard of that book. Come on, it's all the same stuff. Is there anything I forgot that I want to make sure? I mean, it's a lot to pack in, even if we take that in, but is there anything like, that I didn't get in? You're like, Sandy, let's leave on this note.
There is one thing that I would like to leave actually, which is a little it's a bit of a tool, but it might help some people. And it's not directly connected to this, but it is directly connected to this. It's
Okay.
about circling thoughts, because the rest I think you got it very well. When you have circling thoughts, and we all do, right? We all go in this loop, in these loops. um, Try to imagine a shelf full of books, and each book is it's a thought. And
Okay.
there are all sorts of books in there from, I don't know, whatever, doesn't matter. Take that thought, put it back on the shelf. You can leave a note there to go back if you want to, and then take another book. And take a book that is completely different from that one. Take a thought
Okay.
that is completely different from that one, and look at that thought. You can go back to the one before if you'd like to.
Okay.
But when you're circling, I'm not enough. I should do this like this. I should do this. I should do this. Just and you're going like, spiraling. Take that thought, just put it to the side for a while and take another one. And sometimes, very often, this breaks the loop.
Yeah.
And when you look at the old thought, if you really want to go back then, back there, then you'll see it in a different way. And this helps. It helps at night, for example, when you can't leave,
Yes.
when you can't sleep because the lists and everything that you have to do. And sometimes this helps as well. So it's a very practical thing. It's a visualization to break a loop.
I think that's a good note to end on, Enos. Thank you very much. All right, everyone. Wasn't she awesome? Yay for the first time. But before we go, how can they reach you, find you, work with you?
They can type in my website. That's probably, I mean, I'm on Instagram, on TikTok. The name is Ines underscore quantum 8. But the best way of going about that is going on my website, which is Inês NW, like northwest.com/en for English. If you land on the com, you'll land on the German side. Don't bother, just switch into English. And book a discovery call with me. They are free, and I would love to talk to them.
All right, my hey, got something to say, people. Enos is the bomb. I know you're going to want to share this episode, rate it, like it, subscribe it. It means the world. And by the way, it does make a huge difference. I'm sure that you know even just one person that would benefit by listening to this show. Thank you, Enos. I really appreciate it. And
Thank you
until
so
next time, you know what I'm going to say. Toodles.